Broadcasting live from the Riddicks via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network. And it's the big night because tonight we might be crowning a Predators Cup champion. Ravenwood and Ensworth-Nolensville Lipscomb going to play for the trophy later on tonight. Well, the trophy will be on the line. Only Ensworth can win it tonight. If Ravenwood win, then that means we're going to play an if necessary game on Monday. But first, we got to decide who's going to play Father Ryan in the Hine Cup Final tomorrow night in Antioch. Brentwood and Station Camp Liberty Creek in the Henry Hine Cup Losers Bracket Final. 5 seed versus the 1. Brentwood for the second straight year as the Hine Cup 5 seed in the Losers Bracket Final, taking on a Sumner County team. Last year it was Hendersonville Beach Gallatin. This year it is the 1 seed Station Camp Liberty Creek. So we'll see. We'll see how things unfold over these next hour and a half or so, and then clear the stage, and the big show will be on. Zamboni out on the ice right now. So on Monday, just 2 games on Monday, both here at Centennial on Rink A. In the Predators Cup Losers Bracket Final, it was a classic. Ravenwood beat Montgomery Bell 4-3 in overtime. And in the Henry Hine Cup Losers Bracket semifinal, it was Brentwood beating Centennial FRA 2-1. That game ended in regulation. So tonight, just the 2 games here on Rink A at Centennial. The Hine Cup Losers Bracket Final between Brentwood and Station Camp Liberty Creek coming up in a few minutes. And then at 8:40, the Predators Cup Final between Ravenwood and Ensworth-Nolensville Lipscomb. Earlier today, they managed to secure some extra ice time so they could do an ice cut after the second period of the Preds Cup Final. Now they're trying to get some more ice time tomorrow night in Antioch so they can do the same for the Hine Cup Final. But yeah, if you read the newsletter and you saw that little blurb about they don't have enough time to do an ice cut right now, things could change between now and tonight. Well, things have changed. So yeah, there is going to be an ice cut after the second period of the Preds Cup Final. They secured some extra time for it. Of course, we're getting down to last week of the season. Next week is the All-Star Game here on Rink A at Centennial at 6 p.m. next Wednesday, March 5th. And we'll see. I'm sure the rosters will drop soon. I'm not going to talk about Brentwood and Station Camp until they come out onto the ice for the 3-minute warm-up. Everybody's set in the scorekeeper box. Danny Corns looks like he's going to be running. He might be running the game sheet. There's somebody else in there with him. I guess they'll run the scoreboard. GNASH Commissioner Kevin Bond in there. Mark Lane, who is, of course, one of the assistant coaches for Brentwood, had a little trinket in a box, and that's the Mitchell Melnick MVP Award, which will be given out tonight if Ensworth win to take the trophy home. Of course, there's no guarantee that it'll be somebody from the winning team taking that award home. 2 years ago, Robbie Simonik, a great performance in goal for Mount Juliet Green Hill Lebanon against Ravenwood in the 2023 final. For him, that game would not have gone to overtime, and he was given the award, the only member of the losing team in a Preds Cup final to win that award so far. And whoever gets the award for either Ravenwood or Ensworth, they'll become just the second team. Ravenwood or Ensworth and Ensworth-Nolensville Lipscomb, one of those two will become just the second program to have multiple Melnick MVP winners. Brentwood players won the first 3. Ryan Bobrow in 2018, Cosmos Perduto in 2019, and Harris Smith in 2020. 2021 MVP was Luke Haley of Montgomery Bell. 2022 Ryan Farrell of Ravenwood. He's the only non-senior to win it so far. Robbie Simonik in 2023, and last year Ben Songen of Ensworth-Nolensville Lipscomb. So whoever wins between Ravenwood and Ensworth will have a second Melnick MVP winner. As the officials are out on the ice, Zamboni's left the ice. The players can't come out until the Zamboni doors are closed and the excess snow being pushed away. Probably go ahead and get out my rosters. There are only 5 left in this orange folder. After tonight, there might be just 2. There's going to be at least 4 left because, of course, whoever loses this game between Brentwood and Station Camp, their season is over. Have you heard from Antioch yet?
No, have not heard. I think Dan's out of town today. He'll be back tomorrow.
There's a cord for it. Mark said you're probably not gonna have time to do like pregame intros and stuff, but you'll need if Ensworth win, you'll need a microphone for post-game stuff. Both teams out on the ice warming up, so let's talk about them. First up, Brentwood, coached by Chris Oram. Opened this Hine Cup on February 5th with a 6-4. Then on February 10th, in the first round of the losers bracket, they ended Montgomery County Rangers season with an 8-3 win. Then last Friday, they got revenge for the Hine Cup final loss last year by knocking out the defending champions, Rutherford Rampage, 5-1. And then on Monday, avenged that first round loss to Centennial FRA by beating the Cougars 2-1 in the losers bracket semifinal. So here are their stats coming into tonight. Callahan Fielder, the leading scorer, he has 11 points from 8 goals and 3 assists. Zane Cesaroni, 7 points from 5 goals and 2 assists. Jack Schultz, 7 points from a goal and 6 assists. Brody Bowman, 4 points from 3 goals and an assist. Payne Fielder and Will Hubbard each have a point from a goal. And Rito Dell, Shane Janetta, and Wilson Tucker each have a point from an assist. On to goalie play. Andrew Sally has played in all 4 of the Bruins games, so his record is 3-1, just like the teams. He's played 167 minutes, goals against average of 2.69, no shutouts. He's allowed 10 goals on 106 shots, turned away the other 96. His save percentage in the postseason so far is .906. On to Station Camp Liberty Creek, coached by Keith Grooms. Open the Hine Cup on February 3rd by beating Station Camp Liberty Creek 8-1 in the first round. Then on February 10th in the winners bracket semifinals, they beat Centennial FRA 4-3 in regulation. And then last Thursday, lost in the winners bracket final to Father Ryan 10-6. So here are their stats coming into tonight. Joey Siciliano, the team's leading scorer. He has 9 points from 7 goals and 2 assists. Of course, he had 4 goals against Father Ryan last week in defeat. Jaden Robertson has 6 points from 2 goals and 4 assists. McLean Gregory has 4 points all from goals. Toby Mehaffy, 4 points all from assists. Dom DeMaria and Andrew Grooms each have 3 points from a goal and 2 assists. Dom Reitz and Mason Campbell each have 3 points from assists. Gracie Clark has 2 points from assists. Marshall McMurtry and Mac Miles each have 2 points from a goal and an assist. Mikey Bernier has a point from a goal. Now I'm going to move on to goalie play, and the goalie stats are wrong, so I had to write them down on a card. Carter Galeese has played in 2 games. One of those was a start. He started the game against Centennial, so his record is 1-0-0. He came in last Thursday after Keaton Howard allowed the first 2 goals to Father Ryan, and Station Camp never took the lead while he was in net, so a no decision for him. His record in the postseason so far is 1-0-0. He's played just shy of 75 minutes, goals against average of 5.33, no shutouts. He's allowed 10 goals and 49 shots, turned away the other 39. His save percentage in the postseason so far is .796. Keaton Howard has played in 2 games. Both of those were starts. He was in goal for the game against the Rangers, which the Station Camp won. And, of course, he started the game last week against Father Ryan. And, like I said, Station Camp never took the lead once he came off the ice, so he takes the loss. He's played just over 45.5 minutes, goals against average of 2.76. No shutouts. He's allowed 3 goals and 12 shots, turned away the other 9. His save percentage in the postseason so far is .750. As the warm-up clock is run down to 0, so should be getting going here in just a couple moments. Gonna pull up the game sheet here so I can keep track of any penalties I miss. Ready to go with this one. Carter Galeese going to start in goal for Station Camp. Brentwood going to, Andrew Sally going to start in goal for Brentwood for this first period. Station Camp will move the puck from my left to right. Brentwood from my right to left. These two teams met on November 11th. Brentwood won 3-2. Station Camp nearly tied the game at the very end, but whoever wins this one be playing Father Ryan tomorrow night in the Hine Cup Final. Oh, and Brentwood win the draw, but turn it right over inside their own zone. Jaden Robertson with a steal. Puck behind the net, and Brentwood get to it. They try and clear it out. It's held into the left point by McLean Gregory and sent back down low. Now Will Hubbard trying to clear it out. And it's out at center, but controlled by Station Camp. Gavin Cole passing up the far side, and Jaden Robertson one-times it from behind the blue line, just past the net to the left of Sally. So Station Camp controlling the play early here. And the Bruins come up with a puck and try and clear it out. It's backhanded out to center. Zane Cicerone had to go off his stick, come to Gavin Cole, and Cole passes it up the far side back into the Brentwood zone. Jack Schultz trying to fire it out to center, and he does. Picked up by Marshall McMurtry. Passes up the near side, Dom DeMaria. Shoots it on goal from just behind the blue line, stopped by Sally. Wasn't a very hard shot by DeMaria. Puck on the end boards, Matthew Melamed trying to send it up the far side, held in. Now it's in the left wing corner. Put out in front, shot, score down DeMaria. Dom DeMaria was all alone in front. Got a pass from the left wing corner. I'm not sure who it was just yet on that pass, on that assist, but Station Camp are up 1-0 with 12:39 to go in the first. It was Joey Siciliano who had the primary assist there, according to the game sheet. Shot it in past the right elbow of Sally. Puck out at center here, Jack Schultz. Sends it into the Station Camp zone. It's at the end boards. Mikey Bernier tried to back it around to the far side. Callahan fielder put it out in front. Joey Siciliano knocks it away. And then he'll bring it out to center. Siciliano, right wing side of the Brentwood zone. Taking a shot, turned away by Sally. Puck back behind the Brentwood net. Sliding out towards the blue line and poked out to center by Zane Cicerone. Cicerone, left wing, tried to go into the Station Camp zone, and the puck poked off his stick by Dom Reitz. He actually regained possession. But now Siciliano has it out at center and shoots it towards the Brentwood net. It was going to go past the net to the right of Sally, but he steered it away just to be safe. Now the puck back in the Station Camp zone, but Zane Cicerone double-teamed. And Patrick McCarthy forces it out to center. Now Brody Bowman on the far side dumps it back into the Station Camp zone. It's coming around the boards to the near side. Payne Fielder backhands it down low. Payne Fielder, one of the 7 Brentwood seniors, hoping that tonight is not the last game of his GNASH career. Puck sent around the boards to the near side by Station Camp. Held in at the left point by Ben Marshall and dumped back down low. Dane Kramer trying to clear. Held in by Marshall again at the left point. Backhands it down the left wing to Fielder. Payne fielder backhands it to the slot, but right to Patrick McCarthy, who carries it out to center. McCarthy brings it back into the Brentwood zone. McCarthy tried to break free and go to the front of the net. I think it was Matthew Melamed who got the puck away from him. Gracie Clark trying to get the puck away from Melamed. Melamed puts it out in front for Clark, and a backhander stopped by Sally at the right-hand side of the net. So that puck came to Gracie Clark, and she had a chance to make it 2-0 Station Camp. But Andrew Sally up to the task. Puck out on the far side, and Caden Wernick clears it down ice for an icing. I think it was Dane Kramer up against the boards, and it kind of skittered past him. I thought they were going to wave it off, but nope. It'll be an icing. 10:15 to go in the first. 1-0 Station Camp draw is going to be to the right of Andrew Sally. It's won by the Bison. Oh, but Brentwood get to it. Oh, they didn't force it out, but Toby Mehaffy's momentum carried him over the blue line. Now he'll bring it back into the right wing side up, but he has it taken away. And now the puck sent back into the Station Camp zone. Mehaffy trying to clear it out. Callahan fielder keeps it alive. Pass the slot. Oh, it's in front for Jack Schultz. A shot. Stop. Big rebound. Score. Zane Cesaroni. Schultz with a shot that was stopped by Galeese, but he drifted way too far to the left. Left the net wide open, and right in front to bang on the rebound is Zane Cesaroni, and it's 1-1 with 9:52 to go in the first. Station Camp with a puck in the Brentwood zone. Toby Mehaffy carries it around to the left wing, passes out to the blue line. Mikey Bernier shot off the left leg pad of Sally. Brentwood trying to get it out of the zone. Callahan fielder brings it to center. Oh, McLean Gregory almost took it away from him. Schultz gets it back. Jack Schultz. Passing it over to the far side, and it's intercepted at center by Andrew Grooms, but taken right back by Brentwood. Here's Schultz. Right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Sends it to the front of the net where it goes off the left leg pad of Galeese, and he covers. 9:08 to go in the first. The game is tied at 1. Draw is to the left of Galeese. And won by Brentwood, and a shot, I think, from Payne fielder, gloved and held on to by Galeese, so they'll drop the puck to his left again. Drawn by Station Camp. Joey Siciliano carries it to center on the red side, or near side. Down the right wing into the Brentwood zone. Puck near the right wing corner. Bruins have it. Graham Engelhart will bring it out. Gets it over to Johnny Kelso. Try to pass across and went off the stick of Andrew Grooms, and Dom DeMaria from the far boards backhands it back into the Brentwood zone. It's picked up by Will Hubbard. Hubbard out on the near side. Joey Siciliano shot from a tough angle off Sally's left arm, and he gloves it out of the air. 8:28 to go in the first, still 1-1. Draw is going to be to Sally's left. And draw one by Station Camp, but unable to hold it in the zone was Marshall McMurtry. It goes all the way back down into the Station Camp zone. It's at the end boards. And here's Joey Siciliano grabbing the puck. And he carries it to center, passes up the far side. Dom DeMaria, left wing side. The Brentwood's open in front. McMurtry, a redirect stopped by Sally, and he's got it in the glove. Marshall McMurtry was going down the slot all alone. Siciliano found him, gave him the feed, and his redirect went straight into the glove of Sally. Draw will be to his left. Won by the Bruins. Puck sent around the boards to the far side, and Went off the stick of Dane Kramer, so no icing as it goes deep into the station camp zone. Bison trying to clear it. McLean Gregory backhands it out to center. Toby Mehaffy. Right wing side of the Brentwood zone. Lost the puck. Goes to the right wing corner to get it. Tried to put it out in front. So now we're on the far side. Gregory gets to it. Puck was poked away. Brentwood trying to get it out. They do. It's out at center. Here's Jack Schultz, left wing side of the station camp zone. To the net, a shot turned away by Galiso, and then a rebound for Callahan Fielder. And twice his shot attempts were blocked by the stick of Mikey Bernier. Now Jaden Robertson down the Brentwood net to the shot, to the side of backhander, stopped by Sally. Andrew Sally with a big breakaway save on Jaden Robertson. Puck fired around the boards to the far side by Schultz. Held in at the left point by Dane Kramer. Actually went off his stick and out. McLean Gregory with it now at center. Banks it off the near boards. Taken by Callahan Fielder, and he shouldered off the puck near the station camp blue line. Jack Schultz. Now Cicerone. Up, Jaden Robertson got to the puck and dumped it into the Brentwood zone. Both sides making changes. Puck back in the station camp end, immediately cleared out. Mason Campbell backhands it down the left wing side of the Brentwood zone to the inboards. Brody Bowman sends it back around to the far side. Dom Reitz with a shot from the left wing boards, stopped and covered up by Sally. 6:22 to go in the first, and the game is tied at 1. Draw is going to be to Sally's right. One by station camp. Puck sent past the net to the right of Sally from the left point by Dominic Reitz. And the Bruins get the puck out to center, but station camp have possession again. Here is Reitz. Passing up the far wall to Mason Campbell. Left wing side of the Brentwood zone. Shook off a defender. It was Caden Wernick, I think. Yeah, it was Caden Wernick. He shook off. Now the puck at the inboards. Now it's in the right wing corner. Now it's coming around to the far side. Puck comes up to the left point. Reitz takes a shot. It would have gone over the net, but Sally gloves and hangs on to it just to be safe. 5:47 to go in the first, and the game is still tied at 1. Draw is going to be to Sally's right. Bruins win it. They bring it out center. Oh, no, they did not. Station camp took it away. Kept it in the zone. Puck in the right wing corner. Andrew Grooms tossing it around to the far boards. And backhanded to the inboards from the left wing side. Will Hubbard with it now for Brentwood. Station camp get the puck off him. And send back into the right wing corner. And Joey Siciliano was going to go for a one-timer, but Brentwood player put the stick down and stopped that. Now Siciliano trying to pass it out in front. Puck coming up the near side boards and cleared out by Callahan Fielder. Now Marshall McMurtry brings it back into the Brentwood zone. Poked off his stick by Bowman. Kept alive, though, by the Bison. Now it's over at the right point and cleared out by Fielder. Marshall McMurtry gets to it inside the station camp zone. He'll send it up the far side to center. And the Bison have the puck again. Here's Siciliano back in the Brentwood zone. Rounded defender. Oh, and when he went to shoot, Jack Schultz put the stick down and blocked the shot. Great back checking by Schultz. Puck out on the far side. Brody Bowman will clear. And this will be an icing. 4:34 to go in the first, and the game is tied at 1. Draws to Sally's right. One by the Bison, trying to find room to pass it off. It goes to the inboards. Coming around to the near side. Mikey Bernier fighting to keep it alive. Callahan Fielder pushes it out to center, but it's brought right back in on the left wing side by Patrick McCarthy. Now it's coming back around to the near boards. Comes up to the left point. Gavin Cole carrying it down the left wing. Past the slot. And the shot score, McLean Gregory. McLean Gregory all alone in the slot, and he fires it into the right-hand side of the net. And Station Camp regain the lead, 2-1 Bison with 4:01 to go in the first. Mikey Bernier bleeding from somewhere, so he had to come off the ice to get a bandage. Draw one by the Bruins. Johnny Kelso brings it into the Station Camp zone. Going down the left wing, forced to go below the goal line. Around the back of the net. Now the puck over on the far side. Patrick McCarthy wanted to clear it out. Gavin Cole whiffs on the clearing attempt. And Johnny Kelso bumps into Payne Fielder, and that causes him to carry the puck out to center. Now is Toby Mehaffy handing it off to McCarthy, who backhands it back into the Brentwood zone. Puck over on the near side. And now Johnny Kelso out at center, taken away by Mehaffy. Sent back into the Brentwood zone. Bruins with it. And cleared to center, but comes right to Marshall McMurtry, who brings it back into the Brentwood zone on the left wing side. McMurtry round the back of the net. Coming around to the near side. Still has the puck. Backhands it down towards the slot. It's onto the stick of Jack Schultz, who's going to carry it out to center. Oh, and Schultz being held. Looked like he's being hooked by McLean Gregory, who's going to go to the box for it. Yep, it's going to be a hooking call against Gregory. And Brentwood will get the first power play of the game, trailing 2-1 with 2:50 to go in the first. So a big power play coming up for the Bruins, even though they're down only one. They only have 5 shots on goal compared to 10 for the Bison. Draw will be to Galice's right. And Station Camp with one too many players out there, so Joey Siciliano will come to the bench to cut it down from 5 skaters to 4. And the Bison win the draw, and Mikey Bernier tried to fire it out, kept alive by Will Hubbard. Puck now in the left wing corner as Hubbard tried to send it to the net. Andrew Grooms deflected it. Now here's Callahan Fielder behind the net. Passing it over Zane Cicerone. Top of the left circle. Hubbard up. We got a penalty because, we don't have a penalty. We have a whistle because the net got dislodged and has to be put back in position. So they'll drop it to Galice's right again. Draw one by the Bison. And Joey Siciliano trying to get it out of the zone. He does. He clears it. And Will Hubbard will track it down in the Brentwood zone. And Hubbard will bring the puck to center. Hubbard. Oh! Puck got away from him. Joey Siciliano pokes it ahead. Callahan Fielder there to back up Hubbard and get the puck away. But he turns it over to Dom DeMaria, who backhands it up the far side. Now here's Zane Cicerone, right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Round the back of the net. Comes back around to the left wing side. Past the slot. Jack Schultz, a shot, score! Schultz with a shot over the left shoulder of Galice into the back of the net. Brentwood convert the power play, and it's 2-2 with 1:55 to go in the first. Draw one by the Bruins. Will Hubbard, had to go off his stick right in front of his own net, and Andrew Groves pokes it in with one hand. The puck was passed across to Hubbard. It went off his stick, went into the slot, and Andrew Groves with one hand, with his right hand, pokes it through the legs of Andrew Sally into the back of the net, and 10 seconds after Brentwood tied the game, Station Camp go back into the lead. It's 3-2 Bison with 1:45 to go in the first. Brentwood win the draw, bring it into the Station Camp zone, but it's taken away from Jack Schultz. Now here's Siciliano. Taking a shot, score! Siciliano from the high slot. Fires it past the right arm of Sally into the back of the net. And Station Camp, 10 seconds after they go back into the lead, take a 2-goal lead. It's 4-2 Bison with 95 seconds to go in the first. Is this going to be like last year? Is this going to be like the losers bracket final last year where it was high scoring? Brentwood won that 7-6 in overtime over Hendersonville Beach Gallatin. Brentwood win the draw, and Callahan Fielder takes a hit from Andrew Grooms and loses the puck. And it's dumped back into the Brentwood zone. Now it's out in front, but intercepted by Callahan Fielder. Oh, but Station Camp almost took it back. Now here's Zane Cesaroni trying to get into the Station Camp zone as it poked off his stick by Siciliano. Marshall McMurtry has it poked off his stick by Fielder, Callahan Fielder. Now it's back in the Station Camp zone on the right wing side. Last minute of the first. Puck in the right wing corner. Joyce Siciliano whips it around to the near side. Andrew Grooms trying to deflect it out. He'll in at the left point. And a shot from Will Hubbard looked like it took a deflection off the stick of Callahan Fielder and went off the right leg pad of Galise. Now here's Brody Bowman inside his own zone, setting up the far side. Sent the other way by Toby Mehaffy. Dane Kramer. Puck now back in the Brentwood zone. 30 seconds to go in the first. Taken back at center by the Bison. Here's Mikey Bernier from his own zone. Sending it back into the Brentwood end. It went off the stick of Johnny Kelso on its way. Actually, when it went over the blue line, so no icing. And the puck cleared out by the Bruins. By the Bruins. Dom Reitz sends it back to Mason Campbell, who dumps it back into the Brentwood zone. It's in the right wing corner. Brody Bowman's going to beat Gracie Clark to it. Oh, but it comes to Toby Mehaffy, and he's going to run out of time before he can do anything with it. But what a wild first period. There were 6 goals scored, and 4 of them were by Station Camp as the Bison lead Brentwood 4-2 after 1 in the Henry Hine Cup Losers Bracket Final. Ready to start the second period. Andrew Sally still in goal for Brentwood. Carter Galise still in goal for Station Camp for this second period. Brentwood will carry the puck from my left to right. Station Camp from my right to left. Bison leading 4-2 as we start the second. Draw one by the Bruins to start the second. Oh, but Matthew Miller, he gave it away to Marshall McMurtry for a moment, who gave it right back. Now Ben Marshall passing across to the near side at center. Matthew Melamed sending it up the near side boards, and Zane Cesaroni will dump it into the Station Camp zone. It's behind the net. Oh, and Callahan Fielder pushed down by Mikey Bernier. Brentwood trying to put the puck out in front of the Station Camp net. Puck at the inboards. And it comes to the right-hand side of the net. Galise wanted to cover. Was kept alive, and then the net knocked out of position. I think Callahan Fielder ran into it. And that took the first 37 seconds off the clock here in the second. 13:23 to go, 4-2 Station Camp leading. Draw is going to be to the left of Galeese. It's won by Brentwood. Puck coming around the boards to the far side. Bison are going to get it out. Mikey Bernier pitchforks it through the air, and it's back in the Brentwood zone. Here's Toby Mehaffy turning around, shooting past the net to the right of Sally. He wasn't exactly in a great position to get the shot off. Puck back at center. And it'll be brought back into the Brentwood zone on the left wing side by Marshall McMurtry. Goes below the goal line, puts it in front, and Gregory with a one-timer that stopped point blank by Sally. Big save by him. And the puck cleared out of the zone by the Bruins, but Mikey Bernier with it. Station Camp get back on side, and Bernier from in front of the red line dumps it back into the Brentwood zone. Here's Jack Schultz. Backhanding it out to center, but Patrick McCarthy gets it, and then he falls over and sends it back past the red line, back towards the Brentwood blue line. Schultz with it inside his own zone, tried to clear it out. It was slowed up with the stick of Gregory. Callahan Fielder sends it to the inboards for Schultz to pick up. Schultz coming around to the near side in the left wing corner. Flips it through the air. Oh, but kept alive at the blue line by Gavin Colbert. It went off his skates, and that allows Callahan Fielder to pass it ahead to Cesaroni. Zane Cesaroni, right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Trying to get in position. Whiffed on a shot attempt. Oh, they score. He whiffed on a shot attempt, but then got off a shot that was stopped by Galeese, and Callahan Fielder bangs the rebound into the net. And it is 4-3 Station Camp with 11:59 to go in the second. Draw one by Brentwood. Taken away at center by Station Camp. Puck back in the Brentwood zone. Brody Bowman clears it out, but right to Andrew Grooms. Grooms brings it back into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Grooms forced into the boards by Will Hubbard. Puck in the right wing corner. Siciliano tried to put it out in front. It's intercepted by Graham Engelhart. Carried out to center, but Andrew Grooms comes in from behind and takes the puck off him. Now Dom DeMaria back in the Brentwood zone. On the right wing side, a shot blocked by the skates of Will Hubbard. And then Andrew Grooms knocks down Johnny Kelso trying to clear the puck out. Now the puck is back in the Station Camp zone with the Bison control. Andrew Grooms deflects the puck back into the Brentwood zone. It's on goal. Andrew Sally has to push it away. Now there's Dom DeMario with a backhander. Puck sitting at the right-hand side of the net. Now Siciliano putting it in front. Puck sent around the boards to the near side by Brentwood as they try and get it out. Payne Fielder tussling with Marshall McMurtry, and Fielder brings it out to center. Payne Fielder back into the Station Camp zone, takes a shot that was blocked, and the Bison are going to end up icing it. 10:40 to go in the second. 4-3 Station Camp lead. Draw is going to be to the right of Galeese. Bison win the draw, and they just get it out of the zone. Here's Matthew Melamed at center. Turn back over to the Bison, but offside. Jaden Robertson was trying to clear the zone while Toby Mehaffy was bringing the puck in. So they'll drop the puck on the dot in front of the bleachers across from the Station Camp bench. Callahan Fielder with the puck. He'll bring it into the Station Camp zone, but he fell over from under pressure from Jaden Robertson. Now the puck back in the Brentwood end. Out on the far side, here's Ben Marshall. Stops behind his own net, passes up the far side, and cleared out by Callahan Fielder. Sent back the other way by Dane Kramer, but right to Callahan Fielder. Fielder on the near side at center. Now Matthew Melamed has the puck taken away by Toby Mehaffy. Here's Jaden Robertson back in the Brentwood zone. A shot went off the stick of Marshall, came on goal, and it'd be turned away by Sally. Now McLean Gregory in the left wing corner. Trying to pass out in front, gives it away to Jack Schultz. Schultz backhands it over to Cicerone, and it poked off his stick by Dane Kramer, who sends it back down low. Jaden Robertson behind the net. About half a body taller than Matthew Melamed, put the puck out in front, but nobody in a maroon sweater could get there, and it goes all the way back down into the station camp zone. Puck coming around the boards on the near side. Payne Fielder takes a push from Mason Campbell, and the Bison trying to get the puck out of the zone. Mason Campbell passes it ahead to Mehaffy, who deflects it back into the Brentwood zone. Puck in the right wing corner. Mehaffy, with a big push hit on Ben Marshall, who is bent over. And a shot from the right point takes a deflection and goes over the net. Marshall still trying to play the puck as it's behind the net. Mac Miles pushing him away from it. Miles trying to put it out in front. And Mason Campbell has a chance. The shot stopped. And then the rebound from right in front by Joyce Siciliano went over the net. And up. Station can't keep the puck in the zone as Brentwood were trying to carry it out. Now it's out at center. And Ben Marshall still feeling the effects of that hit. He's going to go back to the bench for a change. Now the puck back in the Brentwood zone. Matthew Melamed takes it out. It's back in the station camp zone. Gavin Cole with it. Passes it off. Now it's back in the Brentwood zone on the left wing side. Joyce Siciliano with it. Round the back of the net. Comes around to the right wing side. Turns and shoots off the right shoulder of Sally. Puck coming around to the near side. Now Dom DeMaria, bottom of the left circle, past the slot. And Mikey Bernier had to go off his stick to the far side. Brody Bowman will clear. And this will be an icing against Brentwood. 7:54 to go in the second. Station Camp leading 4-3. Draw is going to be to the left of Sally. One by Station Camp. Passed over to Gracie Clark, but it goes off her stick to the near boards. Brody Bowman comes in and takes the puck. Sends it around to the far side. Held in at the right point by Marshall McMurtry. Pass down the right wing boards. Patrick McCarthy had it poked away by Will Hubbard. Joyce Siciliano comes in. He's got the puck out at the blue line. Carries it over to the left wing side. He got tripped by Payne Fielder. He got tripped by Payne Fielder. Trying to go down the left wing side. And Station Camp will get their first power play of the game, leading 4-3 with 7:31 to go in the second. Draws to Sally's right. One by Station Camp. Joyce Siciliano, left point. Taking a shot through traffic off his stick. I think off the stick of Gregory in front and went over the net. And Callahan Fielder clears the puck out. Carter Galise out to play it. He'll leave it bottom of the right circle for Joyce Siciliano, who stops behind his own net. Siciliano passes up the far side. Toby Mehaffy up. Had the puck knocked off his stick by Callahan Fielder. Siciliano comes in, brings it back into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. He's double teamed and knocked down. Puck ends up in the right wing corner. Brody Bowman slaps it around the boards to the near side, and out it goes. Back into the Station Camp zone. Mehaffy will track it down. Mehaffy passing ahead. Marshall McMurtry out at center. McMurtry back into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. McMurtry stops at the right half wall. Backhands it up to the right point. Off the stick of Dom DeMaria and out. Picked up by Schultz. Schultz back into the Station Camp zone. Going over to the left wing boards. Under a minute left in the power play for the Bison. His shot blocked. Puck goes down low to the inboards. Callahan Fielder tapping it along, but it comes to Andrew Grooms. Grooms dropping it over towards the far side. Toby Mehaffy in the left wing corner will grab it. Stops behind his own net. And now he'll Pass it ahead to Dom DeMario, who had to go off his stick. And then Brody Bowman tried to dump it back into the station camp zone, but it went into the Brentwood bench. So a big break there for the Bison. 34 seconds left in the power play, 6:06 to go in the second. Still 4-3 station camp. And the draw is going to be right at center ice. Puck ends up in the Brentwood zone off the draw. 30 seconds left in the power play for the Bison. Here's Dom DeMario wanting to put it in front. He's in the right wing corner. Drops it back down to the right wing corner for Andrew Grooms. Grooms passing out to the right point. And Siciliano across to Gavin Cole. Cole shot from the top of the left circle, gloved and held on to by Sally. Draws to Sally's right. Won by the Bison. For Siciliano, shot from the right point, took a deflection, still came on goal, had to be turned away by Sally. Siciliano keeps the puck alive at the right point, passes down the right wing boards. McLean Gregory back to the slot off the stick of Andrew Grooms. Gavin Cole whiffs in a shot attempt. Puck going towards the front of the net. Now it's cleared out. Penalty time against the Bruins is up. They're back at even strength. And the puck ends up back in the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Will Hubbard in the right wing corner. Oh, at the puck, almost to the puck, poked off his stick right in front of his own net by Andrew Grooms. And Brody Bowman clears the puck out off the hand of Jack Schultz. McLean Gregory gets in there, dumps it back in the Brentwood zone. Will Hubbard with it. Sends it back into the station camp end. Here's Gavin Cole, passing it up the near side to Andrew Grooms. Now McLean Gregory back in the Brentwood zone on the left wing side. Taking a shot. Stopped and held on to by Sally at his right-hand post. 4:51 to go in the second. Station camp still leading 4-3. Draws to Sally's right. Won by the Bruins. Payne Fielder up. Puck got away from him. Station camp trying to keep it alive. And they do, but they give it away to Will Hubbard. Johnny Kelso tried to clear, kept alive. Mikey Bernier, and his shot had to be turned away by Andrew Sally. Now the puck coming back towards the front of the net. Matthew Melamed banks it off the near boards, but jumping on it was Mason Campbell. Campbell now on the inboards, round the back of the net. Backhanding it up to the right wing side. And Mikey Bernier just couldn't keep it in the zone. He slowed it up, but it still went out over the blue line, sent back in, and carried out by Johnny Kelso. Station camp would have been offside anyway. Will Hubbard out at center. Passing to the far side. Graham Engelhardt had to go off his stick back into the station camp zone. Bison tried to clear. It's kept alive by Payne Fielder. Now it's out at center. Patrick Atmore pushed off the puck. And now Mason Campbell back in the Brentwood zone on the left wing side. Campbell around the back of the net. Tried to pass it up to the right point. It went off the stick of Graham Engelhardt. Will Hubbard will clear. Here's Johnny Kelso out at center. Left wing side of the station camp zone, and the puck poked off his stick. Pass across Payne Fielder, right circle shot, blocked. Sliding station camp defender with a sliding block was Dane Kramer. But then Fielder got off another shot that was stopped and covered up by Galeese at his left-hand post. 3:32 to go in the second. Still 4-3 station camp. Draws to the left of Galeese. Draw one by Brentwood. Matthew Melamed shot blocked and cleared out to center by the Bison. Here's McLean Gregory back in the Brentwood zone. Backhanded. Oh, they score! Gregory dropped it back. It went off the stick of a Brentwood defender. Came on goal, went underneath Sally, and Toby Mehaffy pokes it over the goal line. And it's 5-3 station camp with 3:17 to go in the second. My goodness. Station Camp with the puck off the draw again. Passed up the near side. Jaden Robertson, left wing side of the Brentwood zone, up the puck. He left the puck behind him right when he was trying to go down the slot. Big break for Brentwood there as Jack Schultz, right wing side of the Station Camp zone, is shot gloved and held on to by Galise. But Jaden Robertson looked like he was going to be streaking to the Brentwood net, and he left the puck behind him. Draw is going to be to Galise's left. Draw one by the Bruins. Zane Cicerone is it taken away, and the Bison clear it out. Oh, but we're going to have a high stick infraction against the Bruins. So they'll drop it to Sally's left. Draw one by the Bruins. Here's Callahan Fielder to center. Fielder into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Had the puck poked away. He catches back up to it in the left wing corner. He's double teamed. Bison get the puck away. It's coming around the boards of the near side. Bruins with it, trying to put it out in front. And Galise went to cover it up. I think the referee lost sight of the puck. Oh, and the net became dislodged as well, so that was the reason for the whistle. 2:24 to go in the second, 5-3, Station Camp. Draw to the left of Galise. One by the Bison, trying to get it out of the zone, held in on the near boards by Jack Schultz. Schultz trying to send it to the front of the net. It's blocked and cleared out by the Bison. Now here's Dom DeMaria back in the Brentwood zone. He's in the slot, a shot blocked by Will Hubbard on the back check. Here's Zane Cicerone. Oh, he gets hit. Takes a hit from Andrew Grooms. Now Jack Schultz, left wing side of the Station Camp zone. A shot went past the net to the right of Galise. Brentwood with the puck again, trying to put it out in front. Nobody in the white sweater there. Held in. Will Hubbard shot. We get a whistle. And up. It's going to be a penalty against the Bruins, it looks like. Jack Schultz is going to the box. There's a Station Camp player having to be restrained from going after him. See what that penalty is. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Schultz. So Station Camp back on the power play with 1:49 to go in the second. They're up 5-3. And they all lined up to the left of Galise, but it's a penalty against the Bruins. Draws to Sally's right. This is a big penalty kill for Brentwood. Big. Brentwood win the draw. Brody Bowman clears it out of the zone, but not very far. Gavin Cole sends it ahead to Toby Mehaffy. Mehaffy back into the Brentwood zone. Leaves it for Jaden Robertson, trying to send it to the front of the net. It was blocked. Now it comes to the slot. McLean Gregory backhands it past the net to the right of Sally. Puck now over in the right wing corner. Here's Brody Bowman. Oh, it got away from him. And then he gets a chance to clear it out. Now here's Mikey Bernier. Carried back into the Brentwood zone by Jaden Robertson on the left wing side. Robertson shot, misses the net to the left of Sally. Held into the right point. Mikey Bernier, a shot, takes a deflection. Comes to the front of the net, gloved and held on to by Sally just to be safe. 80 seconds left in the power play. 69 seconds to go in the second. Still 5-3, Station Camp. Draw is going to be to Sally's left. One by the Bison. Joyce Siciliano at the blue line, moving down the left wing, a shot, score! Through traffic and into the bottom right-hand corner of the net it goes. Siciliano's second goal of the game. Station can't convert the power play, and they're up 6-3 with 63 seconds to go in the second. And I don't know if Brentwood can come back from that. If it gets bad enough, might they let Collier Owen finish in goal? I don't know. We'll see. Last minute of the second. Jack Schultz brings the puck into the station camp zone. A shot stopped by Galeese, and he's got it covered. Draw is going to be to the right of Galeese. Won by the Bruins. Matthew Milliman at the blue line. Sending it down towards the right wing corner. Intercepted Mikey Bernier. He fires it around the boards on the far side. Will Hubbard tried to hold it in. He overskated it at the left wing boards. Here's a shot from Callahan. Fielder stopped by Galeese. 30 seconds left in the period. Matthew Milliman shot from the right point. Stopped by Galeese. Now here's Jack Schultz in the left circle. A shot. Blocked. Puck comes over to the far side, near side. And the Bison will bring it out of the zone. Joyce Siciliano, right wing side of the Brentwood zone. Backhands it off. Oh, and Dom Reeds passed it over to the right-hand side of the net where Andrew Grooms was waiting, and he redirected it wide. And then a shot from Mikey Bernier from the left point. Just missed the net to the left of Sally, and that is it for the second. Callahan Fielder scored to bring Brentwood within 4-3, but then goals from Toby Mehaffy and Joy Siciliano have Station Camp Liberty Creek just 14 minutes away from the Hine Cup Final. They lead Brentwood 6-3 after 2 in the losers bracket final. Carter Galeese still in goal for Station Camp. Andrew Sally still in goal for Brentwood for this third period. Station Camp will carry the puck my left to right, Brentwood from my right to left. If Brentwood can come back, tie the game, and have the third period end that way, we'll go to a 5-minute 3-on-3 sudden death overtime, and if that can't solve it, a shootout. Puck out in front, and Gracie Clark watched it slide right in front of her when she had kind of the left-hand side of the net open. Or had the left-hand side of the net kind of open. Now here's Callahan Fielder back in the Station Camp zone. Going down the slot, trying to pass it off. No! Now it's flipped out in front. Brody Bowman a shot, stopped by Galeese. And the net got knocked loose. I imagine we're going to see this top Brentwood line a lot in this third period because they don't really have many other options at this point. Draw is going to be to Galeese's left. That took the first 27 seconds of the period off the clock. Puck coming around the boards to the near side. And passed ahead to Patrick McCarthy, who has it out at center. Poked away from him by Matthew Melamed. Toby Mehaffy comes in, picks it up. Left wing side of the Brentwood zone. A backhander went behind the net. Puck back in the Station Camp zone, but immediately picked up by Toby Mehaffy, and Mehaffy will Drop it back to Dane Kramer. Now McLean Gregory crosses the red line and dumps it back into the Brentwood zone. Knocked down by the right hand of Brody Bowman. He tries to clear. Offside warning against Station Camp. Jack Schultz out at center. Left wing side of the Station Camp zone. Taking a shot. Missed the net to the left of Galeese. Brody Bowman on the far boards. Sends it back to the front of the net. Oh! And Jack Schultz in the net wide open to the far side, and he hit the outside of the right-hand post. Payne Fielder with a shot in the blue line that's blocked. Brody Bowman gathers in the puck. Now Jack Schultz, high slot shot. Off the right leg pad of Galeese. Rebound score, Brody Bowman. Knocked it under him and in. That's one back for Brentwood. 6-4 Station Camp with 13:23 to go in regulation. Or 12:23 to go in regulation. Draw one with the Bruins. Colin Englehart, not Graham. Graham graduated last year. This is Colin Englehart bringing the puck into the Station Camp zone. They tried to clear it out and held it into the left point. Shot score! Will Hubbard with a shot that goes into the roof of the net. And Brentwood are within one. It's 6-5 Station Camp with 12:11 to go in regulation. Draw one by the Bison. They get it into the Brentwood zone, but cleared out by the Bruins. Brentwood dump it back into the Station Camp end. It's in the near side. Sent to the net by Colin Englehart. It'll be stopped by Galeese, although I think a Brentwood player may have been offside. Now here's Joey Siciliano. Back in the Brentwood zone on the left wing side. Whiffs on a shot attempt. Puck coming around to the near side boards. Puck in the right wing corner. Sent to the net. Stopped by Sally. He didn't know where it was. Now he covers. 11:26 to go in regulation. 6-5 Station Camp. Draw to the left of Sally. One by Station Camp. Marshall McMurtry dumps it down low to the left wing corner. Tried to put it out in front. Intercepted by Callahan Fielder. Puck out at center. Here's Zane Cesaroni. Back in the Station Camp zone. Out on the right wing boards. Gets pushed down. Callahan Fielder trying to dig the puck loose. He does. Joyce Siciliano takes it away, and he'll bring it out to center. Siciliano. Back in the Brentwood zone, drops it back. Andrew Grooms to the blue line. A shot stopped by Sally, and he covers up the rebound off his right or left leg pad, and he covers. Draws to Sally's left. Bruins with it. Sent up the far board. St. Cicerone trying to clear it out. It's kept alive. Now it's cleared out by the Bruins. Caught up to its center by Dane Kramer. Now here's Marshall McMurtry. Oh, didn't know where the puck was for a moment. It's poked back into the Station Camp zone by Jack Schultz. And Toby Mehaffy clears it out. Now it's back in the Station Camp end. And cleared out by the Bison again. Now Callahan Fielder. Oh, whiffs trying to pass it forward. So it's tapped the other way, McLean Gregory. Now Jaden Robertson, left wing side of the Brentwood zone. Pushed into the boards. And the Bruins are going to end up icing the puck. 10:07 to go in regulation. Still 6-5 Station Camp. Coming up next is going to be the Preds Cup Final between Ravenwood and Innsworth. Draw is going to be to the right of Sally. Bison with a puck. It's behind the net. Sent around boards to the far side. Kept alive, Gavin Cole trying to send it down to the left wing corner. Brody Bowman trying to clear, and he does. It's another icing against the Bruins. Draw be to Sally's right. Won by the Bison and Mikey Bernier. Correction, it was Mac Miles whiffing on a shot attempt in the slot. Kept alive by the Bison, and a one-timer from the right wing boards misses the net to the left of Sally. That was from Mason Campbell. Payne Fielder will bring the puck out to center. Passes it off, Johnny Kelso. Inside the station camp zone on the left wing side. A shot blocked by the skate of Mikey Bernier. Passed up to the blue line, Brody Bowman. Bowman taking a shot, stopped by Galice, and a big rebound. Oh, a big rebound from Kelso, actually hit off of Colin Engelhart and went off of Galice's right leg pad. Now a turnover by the Bruins. Mikey Bernier will bring it out to center. He's back in the Brentwood zone, taking a shot, went off the skate of Kelso into the right wing corner. Station camp changing most of the personnel out there. Now here's Joey Siciliano sitting on a hat trick. Around the back of the Brentwood net. Comes around, takes a shot. Misses the net to the right of Sally. Puck out at center. Payne Fielder sending it back towards his own zone. Brody Bowman's going to get there. Passes it over Will Hubbard. Ahead to Zane Cesaroni. Sorry, it was Payne Fielder. Now the puck coming towards the station camp net. Marshall McMurtry grabs it. And he's going to carry it out of the zone. McMurtry dumps it into the Brentwood end. It's behind the net. Brody Bowman getting it around to the far side. Trying to clear it out. Held in. Marshall McMurtry shot from the right point. Blocked, and the puck goes out to center. On the block there was Jack Schultz. Puck back in the station camp end of the inboard. Sent around to the far side, Dom Reitz. Andrew Grooms trying to clear. Held in Brody Bowman at the right point. Andrew Grooms intercepts and clears it out on the second try. And no icing because it went off of Brentwood sticking its way out. Will Hubbard catches up to it inside his own zone. Passes ahead at Callahan Fielder. Fielder hesitated for a moment. Leaves it for Bowman. Bowman sends it back into the station camp zone. Callahan Fielder in the slot. A shot stopped and held onto by Galice. 7:32 to go in regulation. Still 6-5 Station Camp. Just a quick note. If Station Camp win this game, even though they're the 1 seed, they will be the away team for tomorrow night's final. Father Ryan will be the home team, regardless of who wins this game, because they came out of the winner's bracket. Draws to the right of Galice. Won by Station Camp. They tried to clear the zone. Held in Will Hubbard. Puck on the far side. And Station Camp still trying to clear it out. Now they do. Will Hubbard sending the puck back the other way. Callahan Fielder backhands it back into the Station Camp zone. Dane Kramer sends it around the boards to the near side. Here is Toby Mehaffy. Flipping it through the air out to center. It's back in the Brentwood zone. Oh, and Will Hubbard beats Patrick McCarthy to it. Now here's Toby Mehaffy at the end boards, around the back of the net. Coming out to the blue line. Now it's sent back into the station camp zone by Brentwood. Zane Cesaroni puts it out in front, tapped away from the stick of Jack Schultz and out. Great defense there by the Bison. Brody Bowman will dump it back into the station camp zone. Mikey Bernier behind his own net. Bernier trying to pass it up the far side. It misses Patrick McCarthy and goes for an icing. 6:20 to go in regulation. Still 6-5 Station Camp. Draw is going to be to Galice's left. Bison win it. Can they get it out of the zone? No, Will Hubbard keeps it alive in the blue line. Colin Engelhart, top of the right circle, trying to pass the slot. Callahan fielder, he whiffed on it. Joyce Siciliano steals, carries it to center. Siciliano, right wing side of the Brentwood zone. Around the back of the net, got knocked into the boards by Hubbard. Hubbard has the puck now. Oh, but Hubbard turns it over. Dom DeMaria trying to send it to the front of the net. Joyce Siciliano, a shot stopped by Sally. Now here's Siciliano behind the net, putting it out in front. Oh, and DeMaria couldn't get a stick on it. Puck out at center. Marshall McMurtry sending it back into the Brentwood zone on the far side, cleared out by Matthew Melamed. Gavin Cole's going to bring it right back into the left wing side. Trying to spin around to get some help. Joyce Siciliano shot in the high slot, stopped by Sally. Puck out on the far side at center. Gavin Cole again tapping it the other way. Here's Siciliano bringing it back into the Brentwood zone. Backhands it over to Andrew Grooms. Couldn't get his stick on it. Puck in the right wing corner. Now Siciliano passing out. Oh, to the blue line, but it went underneath the stick blade of Marshall McMurtry. Back into the station camp zone. McMurtry's going to get to it. Bag it off the near boards, but Jack Schultz grabs it, takes a shot, and it hits the outside netting on the right-hand side of the net. Now Schultz trying to wrap around. It's up for the net fielder, a shot. Oh, stopped by Galise. Callahan fielder with a shot straight into Galise's glove as he was crouching down on the goal line. A big save there for Galise to keep Station Camp ahead 6-5 with 4:53 to go in regulation. Draws to Galise's right. Draw one by the Bison. And they're trying to clear the puck out, but McLean Gregory put it off the stick of Matthew Milliman. It stayed in the zone for a moment. Bison finally got it out. Oh, and then Brody Bowman for the second time shoots the puck into his own bench, trying to get it out of the zone. Well, the first time he was trying to dump it into the Station Camp end of the second. Now he's trying to clear his own zone on that end of the ice, and he shoots it into his own bench. Draw to the left of Sally. Puck sliding through center. Callahan fielder with it, left wing side of the Station Camp zone, trying to pass the slot, but Zane Cicerone was a little too far behind the puck. Mikey Bernier sending it around to the near side. Toby Mehaffy pushes Jack Schultz into the boards. McLean Gregory carries it out. Passes Ed Jaden Robertson. Robertson had the puck go off his stick, come on goal in the Brentwood zone. Andrew Sally clears it out. Puck now back in the Station Camp end. To the end boards. Brody Bowman trying to put it in front of Jack Schultz, deflected away by a Station Camp stick. Now it's in the right circle, and Jaden Robertson clears it out of the zone. Matthew Melamed passing it ahead to Brody Bowman, kind of jiggled around in the skates a bit, pinball between his skates. Now Zane Cicerone brings it back into the Station Camp zone, and it poked off his stick into the end boards. He catches back up to it. Cicerone with it again, ball, but he lost the puck, and it's cleared out by McLean Gregory. Station Camp will change the defense here. Puck back in their zone, immediately cleared out. Matthew Melamed ahead to Caden Wernick. Slides past him back into the Station Camp end. It's behind the net. Caden Wernick out on the far side, passing up to Brody. Actually, no, it's intercepted by Siciliano, and he clears. It's back in the Brentwood end. Caught up to by Jack Schultz. Schultz carries it back to center. Oh, but is it taken away? Dom DeMario, right wing side of the Brentwood zone. Tried to drop it back, but it's intercepted. Gave it right to Callahan Fielder. Fielder back in the Station Camp zone. Waiting for help. Backhands it over to the far side. Brody Bowman. One-timer hit the skates of Joyce Siciliano. Puck goes past the net to the left of Galise. Andrew Sally still in goal. Puck comes up to the left point. Will Hubbard, a shot blocked by a diving Andrew Grooms. It's over on the far side. Now it's to the end boards. Dom DeMaria pushed off the puck. Callahan Fielder put it out in front. Caden Wernick tapped it wide to the left of Galise. Dom DeMaria poking it ahead, and he'll carry it out to center. Flips it ahead. Andrew Grooms. Grooms back in the Brentwood zone on the left wing side. Past the slot. Dom DeMaria shot stopped by Sally off his blocker. Big save by Sally to keep Brentwood a goal down as we're approaching 2 minutes to go. Joey Siciliano shot in the left circle. Stopped by Sally. Puck passed ahead to Jack Schultz at center. He'll bring it back into the station camp zone on the right wing side. A shot knocked down by the glove of Galise. Sally still in goal. And station camp will clear it. They'll ice it. With 1:51 to go in regulation, and they're up 6-5. And Brentwood are going to use a timeout. I would not be surprised if they leave the net empty. Once we're ready to resume play. Man alive. Again, coming up next is the Ravenwood-Innsworth game, the Preds Cup Final. The net is empty for Brentwood. Andrew Sally is on the bench. 1:51 to go in regulation. Well, it's down to 1:50. A second ran off. That should not have happened. Draw to the left of Carter Galise. Won by Station Camp. Shot down the ice and just past the net for an icing. It was Andrew Grooms taking the shot. I think it was Andrew Grooms. So they'll drop it to Galise's left again. Yes, it was Andrew Grooms. Draw one by the Bruins, Zane Cicerone. Around the back of the net, passes up to the blue line, Jack Schultz. Taking a shot, it hit the leg of Andrew Grooms and went into the left wing corner. Will Hubbard behind the net. Comes out in front with it. Had it knocked away, it's in the left wing corner. Cicerone passing it back up to the blue line and Schultz. Schultz's shot blocked. And now here's Will Hubbard behind the net. Puck near the left wing corner. He and Andrew Grooms battle. Now Marshall McMurtry with it. Carries out to the far side. And Toby Mehaffy will clear off the stick of McLean Gregory. And it goes past the empty net to the right. But Gregory was just behind the red line when he redirected. Probably should have just taken the pass, crossed, and shot it. 65 seconds to go in regulation. Still 6-5. Station Camp draw is going to be to Galise's left. One by Brentwood. Puck sent past the net to the left of Galise. Bison clear it out. Minute left in regulation. Puck was sliding towards the empty Brentwood net, but Brody Bowman got to it in time. Fires it up by Zane Cicerone, and it tapped away right at the Station Camp blue line by Siciliano. Now McLean Gregory with it. And his shot blocked. Now Marshall McMurtry, a one-timer. Goes past the empty net to the right for another icing. Brody Bowman tried to play it with his right hand. I guess they didn't think that was attempting to stop it. Draw is going to be to Galise's right. And now the Bison are going to use their timeout with 42.1 seconds left. Timeout done. 42.1 seconds left in regulation. Station Camp up 6-5. Draw is to Carter Galeese's right. Net still empty for Brentwood. Station Camp win the draw. Marshall McMurtry sends it around to the far boards. Toby Mehaffy clears it out. It's brought back in offside by Jack Schultz. It just went over the blue line, and Schultz brought it back in. And the draw is going to be on the dot in front of the bleachers across from the Station Camp bench. They're going to leave Andrew Sally on the bench. It's too late to matter at this point. Draw one by the Bison. Puck is up in their zone. Cleared out by Andrew Grooms. Is going to go for another icing. We've now under 30 seconds left in regulation. 28.7. Again, coming up next, it's the Preds Cup Final between Ravenwood and Innsworth. Draw is going to be to Galeese's left. Draw one by Station Camp. They try and clear, held into the blue line. Brody Bowman. Here's Will Hubbard, left point. Taking a shot. Stopped by Galeese. He's got it in the glove. 21.6 seconds to go. They'll drop it to his right this time. Draw one with the Bison. Trying to get out of the zone. They do. McLean Gregory clears. Toby Mehaffy jumps on it in the Brentwood zone and shoots it into the empty net. And it's going to be Station Camp and Father Ryan in the Hine Cup Final tomorrow night. Mehaffy with his second goal of the game, and it's 7-5 Bison with 12.6 seconds to go. No comeback for Brentwood this year. Actually, no. In last year's losers bracket final in the last minute, it was Hendersonville that had to tie it up, and they did, but not happening for Brentwood this year. Brentwood with a puck, and Matthew Melamed's going to run out the clock. No, it's going to be Jack Schultz running it out to finish off his GNASH career. He shoots it into the Station Camp zone. Marshall McMurtry caught it and fired it the other way, and that's it. Station Camp Liberty Creek will be playing in the Henry Hine Cup Final against Father Ryan tomorrow night. They've got to beat the Irish to force Mondays if necessary. So our pregame for Ravenwood Innsworth is going to be starting a little bit later. Should be starting right now. So the goal scorers in this one for Station Camp, Toby Mehaffy and Joey Siciliano each had 2 goals. The other goals came from McLean Gregory, Andrew Grooms, and Don Bamaria. For Brentwood, each goal came from a different player. Callahan Fielder, Will Hubbard, Brody Bowman, Zane Cesaroni, and Jack Schultz. And Brentwood In terms of departing seniors, we'll be saying goodbye to Isabella Quigley. Although I think she was hurt, wasn't she? Oh, no, she was on the roster for this game. Jack Schultz, that's a big loss. John Nance, he didn't play much. Payne Fielder. Zane Cicerone, that's a big loss. Caden Wernick and Callahan Fielder, that's a big loss. They're losing their whole top line. And the fact that they moved Payne Fielder from goalie to skater says to me that the numbers for them are shrinking. So they might have to co-op next year. Things might be getting a little more ugly for the Brentwood program. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But their season is over as they lose to Station Camp Liberty Creek 7-5 in the Henry Hine Cup Losers Bracket Final. Coming up next, it's the Preds Cup Final. Ravenwood against Ensworth, Nolensville, Lipscomb.